everybody, it's Paige, and today's video is going to be my June TBR. So this is going to be my to be read list. This is the list of books that I would love to read during the month of June. We finally are here. It is summertime and I have so many fun summery type reads that I have on my list, and I'm going to share them all with you. Hopefully you guys can get some reading ideas from this video, and I hope you guys find it interesting to see kind of what I'm hoping to read. This is by far my most ambitious TBR yet, and you may have noticed that I haven't filmed a TBR slash wrap up in the last couple months, and that's because I have been, I would say, in a little bit of a reading slump. I've also just been super busy with life, and we just recently got a dog about 3 weeks ago, and that has been crazy. I have been not struggling to find time to read, but I've just been putting other things first. I've been playing a lot of Fortnite. That's my main excuse. Usually I read at night, but my friend Allie recently got into playing Fortnite, so we've been playing a lot of Fortnite recently. If you guys don't follow me on Twitch, you totally should. I stream Fortnite over there sometimes. I'll have it linked down below, but I will have all of the books that I'm mentioning today linked. I don't even know how many we have. I feel like we have like 15 books. I've only read 2 books, I think. 2 books in the last 2 months. That's terrible. That's basically 1 book a month. Not that it's terrible, because if you read 1 book a month, congrats. If you read less than that, congrats. I just have way too many books to only be reading 1 book a month, and I'm way behind on my goal to read 52 books this year. I think I either did 50 or 52. I think I did 50 actually, but you know, it's same. So yeah, if you guys are new to my channel, I'll have my Goodreads, my Amazon book wish list, my book video playlist here on YouTube, all of that info linked down below in the description box in case you're interested in any of it. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. So I'll go ahead and give you guys a wrap up of the last 2 months. This will be quick. The first book that I read was Addicted to You. Let's see, when did I read this? This book took me a long time to get through. I have heard so many things about this book. I had very high expectations and it took me a while to get through. It says I started it March 31st and I finished it May 12th. So it took me a month and a half to read this book, and I ended up really enjoying it. I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. It was slow for me at the beginning, I'm not gonna lie. I felt like it was very repetitive. Make sure you look up trigger warnings before you read any book, but there's definitely some sensitive topics in Addicted to You, including addiction, obviously, but I felt like it was just like the same thing over and over. Like I get the point. Like, I felt like everything I read in the first 3/4 of the book was found on the back of the book, essentially, until we got to the end, and then things started picking up and the story was developing, and it left off on a cliffhanger, I guess. It is a series. It's a pretty long series. I believe there's like 5 books in the Addicted series, and then there's like 4 or 5 books in the Calloway Sisters series, which is like a combined series, and then there's a final wrap-up novel. So the story is just getting started, so keep that in mind if you decide to read this book. It ended up being really good, and I did really enjoy it, and I'm excited to see where the main couple progresses in their lives and relationships, as well as the other like hinted couples, which I'm really excited for. So I really enjoyed the book and I would definitely recommend it. The second book I read was Something Wilder by Christina Lauren. I actually read this book on my Kindle. I received an advanced reader copy, which is an ARC, and so I got to read it ahead of time. I ended up finishing it like right when the book came out, and this was another really good book. I loved this book. That was my first Christina Lauren novel, and I feel like from what I've heard, it's kind of something different than what they normally write. So I don't know how it compares to other Christina Lauren books, but I will say it was very good. I was expecting more of like a romance rom-com type novel, and it definitely wasn't that. I would say it was more of like an adventure fiction type book with some romance thrown in there. There was some mild spice, but nothing too explicit. And it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I don't really know what else to say. I don't want to like give anything away, but I would totally recommend this book. It was a bit suspenseful, very fun. It takes place in Utah, I believe, like Moab, Utah area, and it's kind of like treasure hunt, like National Treasure vibes, and it was really good. I really liked the characters. There was a couple plot twists that I didn't see coming, and I would totally recommend it. It was really good. So those are the 2 books that I read in the last 2 months. Now we're gonna move on to my massive TBR, which is right here. We're gonna start off with the book that I'm currently reading, and this is Love Redesigned by Jenny Proctor. This is a closed-door romance. She has a series. She actually, I think all of her books are closed-door romance, if I'm not mistaken. That means there's nothing like explicitly described in the books. It's more so like, you know, the build up and then the doors close and you don't see what happens after. So if you don't like super explicit content, then maybe you would enjoy Jenny Proctor books. I think you would still enjoy them if you do. I am definitely not opposed to the smut, as they call it, but I still love Jenny Proctor's work. So this is the first book in her series. I forget what the series is called, but it's really good. I am on chapter 5 and I'm loving it so far. It is dual POV, which we love. I've read some novellas from Jenny Proctor and they are so much fun. I have them on my Goodreads. You guys should totally check them out. They're really short, really good. But yeah, this book is so good so far and I can't wait to read the rest of the series. There are 4 books in this series. I hope to get through this one. Well, I better get through this book this month. But I hope to get through several others, and I wouldn't be opposed to starting the 2nd book in the series, if you know what I'm saying. So super fun book. I would totally recommend this, and I actually have a signed copy, which is so exciting. Let me show you guys. It says, "To Paige, I hope you enjoy Jenny Proctor." So I have a whole shelf dedicated to Jenny Proctor, and that actually brings me to my 2nd book. It's actually another Jenny Proctor book. But you know what? I was thinking about it. So she has a new book. I guess I'll just tell you about it really quick. I don't know that I'll read it this month because I want to read it after I finish this first series because I think it may be connected somehow. But she has a new book that just came out. Let me tell you what it's called. So it's called How to Kiss Your Best Friend. The cover is so cute. Let's see if I can kind of show you guys. That's what the cover looks like. It's called How to Kiss Your Best Friend. It is available now. I can't wait to read it. My friend Kristen read it and she said it was amazing. So that's why I'm like, I need to get through this series. And she does have her books on Kindle. I'm pretty sure they're pretty affordable for like digital download. I don't know if they're included in Kindle Unlimited. I'd have to double check, but I would totally look up Jenny Proctor, you guys. And she actually just like sneak peeked the cover art for her upcoming book, which will come out in several months from now. I think she's like hoping for like September-ish. But this one is called How to Kiss Your Grumpy Boss, and I am so excited for this book. I love a good grumpy sunshine workplace romance, and I don't even know like who these characters are gonna be or really what it'll be about, but just based on the title, I'm sold. So yeah, definitely check out Jenny Proctor. Hopefully I can get through a couple of her books this month. We will see. The next book that I have on my TBR is called Don't Let Me Fall by Kelsey Ray. This is the first book in the Don't Let Me series, and I actually saw this on TikTok, and I don't know if this is like a TikTok author or what, but I saw a book from this author, not a book from this author, a TikTok from this author, and I was like, that sounds really good. So I bought this book. I don't know what it's about. I'll read you guys the back. It says, I Want a Girl I Can't Have, She's My Tutor, My Best Friend's Girlfriend, and My Kryptonite. She also looks really good in my t-shirt, but she wants the golden boy, and I'm more of the villain type, or at least I was until I saw her smile for the first time. Oh my god. I just remembered what the TikTok was that made me buy this. But the good guy she wants wouldn't lust after his friend's girlfriend, and the good guy she's with shouldn't be sneaking around behind her back. So where the heck does that leave me? Oh my gosh, doesn't that sound so good? I can't wait to read this. I have no idea, like, other than the one TikTok I saw and then me reading the back, I don't really know how this is gonna go, but it sounds really good. I have no idea if it's spicy or not. We will see. But is this? I also just realized the back of the book was written from the guy's perspective, which we love. I feel like we don't see that too often. And it looks like it's dual POV between Ashlyn and Colt. Those are their names. So I can't wait to read that one. Let me know if you guys have read it and what your thoughts are. Next, we have Wait For It by Jen McKinley. This is a book that I bought because my boyfriend picked it out for me at Barnes & Noble, and then he also picked this one out for me to read this month. I was like, can you pick out like a book or two for my TBR? This was one that he picked. He was like, you just bought this book, so I'm gonna make you read it right away because I have a habit of buying books and then waiting forever to read them. And this is another one that I bought quite a while ago, and I'm going to read it this month. I don't really know what it's about. It says, a woman looking for a new lease on life moves to Arizona, where she rents a guest house on a gorgeous property with a mysterious owner, a man who teaches her about resilience, courage, and ultimately true love in this funny, big-hearted novel about hope and healing. That sounds good. This sounds like a feel-good book. They're in a pool in Arizona. I feel like that's giving me summer vibes, so I can't wait to read that. It's going to be exciting. My camera battery is about to die, so I'm going to go change it, and I will be right back. We are back, and the next book on my TBR is The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walther. I suck at pronouncing people's names, I'm sorry. But I feel like this one's kind of obvious why I picked it, The Summer of Broken Rules. This is a YA book, so it's not going to be super spicy, but it sounds awesome. I'm going to read you guys the back. I've read the back in another video, and it just sounds so good, and I've heard really good things about this book. So it says, it's all fun and games until someone loses their heart. When Meredith Fox lost her sister Claire 18 months ago, she shut everyone out, but this summer she's determined to join the world again. The annual family vacation to Martha's Vineyard seems like the perfect place to reconnect. Her entire extended family is gathering for a big summer wedding, and although Meredith is dateless after being unexpectedly dumped, she's excited to participate in the traditional Fox family game of Assassin that will take place during the week of wedding festivities. Claire always loved the game, and Meredith is determined to honor her legacy. But when Meredith forms an alliance with a cute groomsman, she finds herself getting distracted. Meredith tries to focus on the game and win it for her sister, but she can't help falling for him. And as the week progresses, she realizes she's not only at risk for losing the game, or of losing the game, but also her heart. So I think this one sounds so cute. I feel like this is gonna be a nice beachy time read, and yeah, I feel like it's gonna be great for summer. Hopefully it's, you know, not too deep. I can appreciate a heavy emotional book, but I also love a good lighthearted read, which I feel like I kind of need right now. So I'm excited to read that one, and I've heard great things. The next book is a long time coming, you guys. This is The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. This book was actually sent to me by one of you guys. Let me find the notes. I'm so sad right now. I don't have the note anymore. What happened to my notes? I must have lost it when I moved. I think I posted it on Instagram though, so let me give proper credits. Hopefully I still have this on my Instagram. Okay, Tony writes, thank you so much for sending me this book. I'm gonna have to write your name. Your name is gonna be written in this book forever and ever so that I don't have to worry about losing the paper. I'm so sad I lost the note, but thank you so much for sending this to me. They sent it to me off of my Amazon wish list, and I'm so thankful. This was from so long ago. When was this? 40 weeks ago. It's taken me 40 weeks to read this book, guys. But Tony, I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. We're gonna read this month. And I really don't even know what this is about. I've never read the back of it, but I'll read the little top part. Oh no, that's just a little review, but it says, for two sworn enemies on the Hawaiian trip of a lifetime, anything can happen, maybe even love, in this romantic comedy from the New York Times best-selling author of Roomies. So we'll see how this goes. I feel like I'm gonna love it. I know I'm gonna love it, and I feel like, again, this is going to be more of a lighthearted book. It says it's a romantic comedy, which we love, and so far my love for Christina Lauren is only growing. So I can't wait to read that one. And again, thank you so much, Tony, for sending that to me. Next, we have The Good Girl Complex by Elle Kennedy. Elle Kennedy is the author of the Off Campus series as well as the Briar U series. I did read the Off Campus series. It consists of 5 books. Fabulous series if you want just something like not too deep, fun, dual POV, a little bit smutty, you know. I think you'll enjoy it, and I'm excited for this one. This one sounds awesome. It says, she does everything right, so what could go wrong? Mackenzie Cabot is a people pleaser. It's exhausting, really, always following the rules. All she wants to do is focus on growing her internet business, but first she must get a college degree at her parents' insistence. That means moving to the beachside town of Avalon Bay, a community made up of the locals and the wealthy students of Garnet College. 21-year-old Mac, aka Mackenzie, has had plenty of practice suppressing her wilder impulses, but when she meets local bad boy Cooper Hartley, that ability is suddenly tested. Cooper is rough around the edges, raw, candid, a threat to her ordered existence. Their friendship soon becomes the realest thing in her life. Despite his disdain for the trust fund kids he sees coming and going from his town, Cooper soon realizes Mac isn't just another rich clone and falls for her hard. But as Mac finally starts feeling accepted by Cooper and his friends, the secret he's been keeping from her threatens the only place she's ever felt at home. Oh my gosh, sounds so freaking good. I can't wait to read this. It's so cute too. So we love that. Definitely hope to get to read that book this month. Next, we have The Summer I Turned Pretty. I'm missing the 3rd book. I still need to buy it. I'm probably gonna buy it off of my wish list tonight just so that I can have it. This is going to be a TV series soon. I'm not sure who's making it, maybe like Amazon or something, but it comes out in like a couple weeks. So this is a YA series. We have The Summer I Turned Pretty, It's Not Summer Without You, and then there's one other one. And I totally want to read this series. I'm very excited to read this series, and I feel like it's gonna be good. I don't think it's gonna be too dark, too heavy. I feel like it's, you know, I think there's some serious topics, but I also think it's like, you know, it's gonna be a fun read. They're also pretty short, I feel like. Let's see, this book is, how many pages? It's less than 300 pages, so hopefully both of these will be good. Oh, the 3rd one is called We'll Always Have Summer. So this is by the same author that wrote To All the Boys I've Loved Before. If you guys have seen that Netflix movie, it's so freaking cute. I love it. I've seen it multiple times. So yeah, that's by the same author, and it's so cool to see Jenny getting another, you know, I was gonna say movie, but it's gonna be a show. You know what I'm saying? Like screen adaptation, on-screen adaptation. Yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. Anyway, hopefully I can read those this month so that I can read it before the show comes out. That's definitely a priority read for me, those 3 books. Next, we have Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. This book came out so long ago, and I need to read it. I absolutely loved It Happened One Summer, and I love it so much. I love that book so much, and I can't wait to read this. And I've heard that some people like this even better than It Happened One Summer, which is just mind-blowing to me. So I feel like I have to read this. Love Tessa Bailey. Love her so much. She's one of my favorite authors. Her and Colleen Hoover are my 2 favorite authors. Just keeping it real with you guys. So Tessa Bailey all the way. I love her. Her book is about to come out. Her My Killer Vacation book. I read it months ago. I got an advanced reader copy of it and it was so freaking good. Five stars, you guys. So good. It's like a murder mystery romance and it's so good. You guys have to read it. So yeah, and it's in first person, which we love. Sometimes Tessa Bailey writes in third person. At least it happened one summer was in third person, and although I can get through it, I prefer first person. But you know, it just depends. So anyway, next we have Ricochet. This is the second book in the Addicted series. The one I mentioned at the very beginning, Addicted to You. This is book 2, which I'm really excited to read because, like I said, the first one left off on a cliffhanger, so hopefully I get some answers in this book. I feel like this one is kind of short too. Let's see. I don't want to like read too much. So I'm like trying to, you know, blur my vision. Okay, 250 pages. That's pretty short. There is a specific reading order for the Addicted and Calloway Sister series. It's like kind of intertwined, so make sure you look up the reading order before reading the 2 series, because, you know, you want to make sure you're understanding everything. So Ricochet is book number 2. I can't wait to read it. I don't want to read the back in case it gives spoilers for the first book. So yeah, hopefully that one is as good or better than the first one. Next we have The Sweet Spot. This is by Trish Dollar, and this sounds really good to me, so I'm gonna read the back. It says, one of the few bright lights in Rachel Beck's life is her job at a Miami Beach luxury hotel, until she's fired for something she didn't do. As a single mom, Rachel knows she needs stability and fast. On impulse, Rachel inquires about a position at a brewery hotel on a tiny island in Lake Erie called Kelly's Island. When she's offered the job, not even the grumpy voice on the line can dissuade her from packing up her whole life and making the move. What she finds on Kelly's Island is Mason Brown, a handsome, reclusive man who knows everything about brewing beer and nothing about running a hotel. Especially one that's barely more than foundation and studs. It's not the job Rachel was looking for, but Mason offers her a chance to help build a hotel and rebuild her life from the ground up. This sounds amazing. Sounds like Grumpy Sunshine, which we love, and I liked the idea of her, you know, kind of like going from like fancy Miami hotel to a rustic, not very built up brewery hotel. I don't know, that idea just appeals to me, so I'm excited to read that one. I feel like it'll be really good. Next we have a book that I have had on several TBRs and I still have not read. We have a Colleen Hoover book. This is Heartbones, and this is one that I have heard such great things about. I do believe that this one might be YA. I can't remember. I don't know, but it's definitely a shorter book, just over 300 pages, and it sounds really interesting to me, and I have heard that this is a lot of people's favorite Colleen Hoover book, so I feel like that says a lot, and the artwork on here is absolutely stunning. So the back says, Bea comes from a life of poverty and neglect, Samson from a family of wealth. When the two find themselves spending the summer as neighbors, they soon realize money is one of the few things they don't have in common. Their bond is too intense to ignore, but with only the summer separating them from the start of their new lives on opposite ends of the country, Bea and Samson decide to stay in the shallow end of a summer fling. What they don't realize is that a rip current is coming and it's about to drag both their hearts out to sea. I actually heard somebody talk about this book. I think it might have been Steph Bower in a recommendations video. I could be wrong, but she gave a little bit more of a description than that, and I feel like that really piqued my interest. Like, the back sounds great, right? Like, it sounds interesting, but I don't want to say what she said in case it is kind of spoiler vibes. I don't really know, but the way she described it sounded great, even better, so definitely gonna try to read that one this month. I'm also filming this on June 1st, so we'll see where this goes. But finally, I have Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. This has to be the next book I read. I'm currently reading the Jenny Proctor book. This has to be next because I'm supposed to read this for a book club, and I am so behind. I'm so behind. So yeah, I need to read this book. I've heard it's fantastic. I just know it's gonna break me and I'm gonna cry. I will read the back of this. I don't know that I've read the back of this book, but I have the new updated cover. The old one is kind of like a yellowish orangey color, and then this is the new updated one. I had to buy it because it's like a gorgeous light pink and it's just so cute. So I think this is childhood best friends to lovers, maybe. That's literally all I know about this book, and that it's really, really sad. So I'm not gonna lie, I just read the first paragraph and I'm so confused. So we're gonna try this again. So it says, Macy Sorensen is settling into an ambitious, if emotionally tepid routine. Work hard as a new pediatrics resident, plan her wedding to an older, financially secure man, keep her head down and heart tucked away. But when she runs into Elliot, the first and only love of her life, the careful bubble she's constructed begins to dissolve. Once upon a time, Elliot was Macy's entire world, growing from her gangly, bookish friend into the man who coaxed her heart open again, only to break it on the very night he declared his love for her. Told in alternating timelines between then and now, teenage Elliot and Macy grow from friends to much more, spending weeks and lazy summers together in a house outside San Francisco, devouring books, sharing favorite words, and talking through their growing pains and triumphs. As adults, they have become strangers to one another until their chance reunion. Although their memories are obscured by the agony of what happened that night so many years ago, Elliot will come to understand the truth behind Macy's decade-long silence, and will have to overcome the past and himself to revive her faith in the possibility of an all-consuming love. There you have it. I feel like I'm confused. I'm still kind of confused. So that's everything that I have on my TBR. We will see how many of these I get through. I'm going to really try to focus on reading more this month, and there's a very high possibility that I will read books that are not on this list. This is just kind of like my guide, you know. I'm not known to stick to my TBR lists. I would be so shocked if there's a day that I film one of these videos and then when it's time for my wrap up at the end of the month, I've read every single book on this list. So yeah, I feel like it's gonna happen when I least expect it, which might be this time. Let me count how many books I have on this list. I think I have like 14 plus books on my TBR. So we'll see how it goes. I don't think that's gonna happen, but who knows? Let me know what's on your June TBR. I do have Instagram story, what are they called? Oh my gosh, what are they called? Templates, so that you guys can post on Instagram stories what you guys are reading. I have a little tutorial on how to use them on my Instagram story highlight called like book templates or something. So definitely go check that out if you're interested. I haven't made it yet, so I have to make one for June, but the May one was my favorite by far so far. So I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do for June, something summery. So yeah, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I post some book stuff over there too. I will have it linked down below, but it's just Miss Paige Koren, MISS Paige Koren. So yeah, that's gonna be it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. I will have everything linked probably through Amazon down below in the description box in case you guys want to read any of these books with me. And yeah, I love you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.